The Bean Foundation, a small foundation that has affected people in our area in many different ways. For over 30 years, the Bean Foundation has been working with the citizens of Jefferson County to improve its livability. The Bean Foundation was created in 1981 by a generous man named Al Bean. Al Bean grew up in Eugene, Oregon. He enjoyed an active lifestyle and eventually went into the military.
He went into the service. He was injured severely, in fact, uh, given a designation of being totally disabled.
He then moved to Madras and was married to Velva, his lifelong wife. He worked as an insurance agent, and over time he acquired a great deal of property on the east side of Madras. Since he had no children, he decided to invest in making his community a better place.
Al Bean was highly involved in his community, and he was involved socially and with activities and projects that help better a community.
Mr. Bean was raised with a generous spirit. He had given land for the site of the hospital. He had given money for the location of the library. He had given money for the location of his church. That would be the United Methodist Church.
These three important examples had already been recipients of Mr. Bean's generosity before the foundation was formed. In 1981, Al, along with his attorney and friend, Sumner Rodriguez, created a board of directors comprised of 5 community members, including Sumner, and by doing so, created the North Unit Foundation, which was later renamed the Bean Foundation in 1984.
The original board of directors was Sumner Rodriguez, Kay Kirby, who was a local woman that was active and enjoyed swimming, Carol Peterson, who was raised in the Madras area, a member of the Jazza family, Paul Jazza, Lou Bean, who was Al's brother, and myself.
Mr. Bean and the Bean Foundation Board of Directors had a vision. This vision was to ultimately better the community, but part of this vision was to create mutual relationships between private and public organizations to benefit the residents of Jefferson County. Mr. Bean wanted to make sure to provide the residents of Jefferson County with several convenient opportunities within the community, which would promote healthy and active lifestyles. When the Board of Directors elects to initiate funding for a project, something sustainable is created for the community, building on the long-term vision of Mr. Bean.
Private citizens and public government entities working together would be synergistic. In other words, 2 plus 2 would be 10, because the work of them together would produce a greater product than each one working separately.
The two working together can do a whole lot more than each one individually, and we all bring something separate to the table.
The establishment of Yarrow Neighborhood in 2005 is a great example of how the Bean Foundation has upheld its vision of incorporating public and private organizations to enhance the longevity and quality of developments in the Madras area. Yarrow was created by the Bean Foundation, City of Madras, and various other organizations who worked together to create a development that had great potential for many future residents of Jefferson County.
Part of our mission statement says innovative partnerships, and what Yarrow is, and I don't think a lot of our community understands it, is that was an innovative partnership between the City of Madras, major developers in Central Oregon, Brooks Resources, Geldwin, and Taylor Northwest, to develop a planned community in the image of Northwest Crossing and Bend. And when we went into negotiations and that came out of it, what that did was number one, create financial resources for the foundation that would allow us to continue indefinitely, but also to develop a footprint for Madras to have a planned community.
In addition to Yarrow, the Bean Foundation has donated land to various causes in the Madras area, as well as our surrounding communities. Approximately 101 acres were donated to Juniper Hills Park, established in 1993, 30 acres to the Jefferson County Middle School, which opened its doors in 1995, 3 acres to the Madras Aquatic Center, built in 2008, 48 acres to Central Oregon Community College of Madras, built in 2011, 2 acres to the Juniper Junction Relief Nursery, which opened its doors in 2000, and much, much more. Along with many land donations, the Foundation has presented several funds to assist programs that contribute to the betterment of our community and its components. A few examples of these donations include organizations as diverse as Jefferson County Library Matinees and Movies, the Veterans Memorial, the MacDash, the Museum at Warm Springs Tuanot Interpretive Trail, the Art Gallery Loan, and many others.
What I have seen is that the investments that the Bean Foundation had done began to grow quite rapidly. And so, we have given out over $1 million in the Bean Foundation, but more significant, I think, has been the land. The importance of the COCC Learning Center, the middle school.
These examples are just a small number compared to the total number of causes that the Bean Foundation has been a part of. In each significant gift that the Bean Foundation has donated, the community has joined in to ultimately invest a grand total of over $20 million in community projects.
We try to do the startups, try to get people to match us and move on. We don't continually fund things very often on an annual basis, but we really love startups.
Well, there's very few times that we give a gift that we are the sole funders. And so we will give a gift with strings attached. And the strings attached is that there's other people at the table also providing money. And so both the public and private have added dollars for a project that the Bean Foundation is a partner.
We think about the projects, we think about the proposals, and then mold them to the vision, if they are moldable, or discuss it and decide that maybe it's not part of the vision. And we always just try to keep those core beliefs rooted in the decisions that we make.
The Bean Foundation has been an integral part of improving the livability of Jefferson County communities. Though it hasn't always been visible to the residents, this important foundation has provided us with very visible and vital building blocks that have cemented the future of Jefferson County. Each project that has been funded or supported by the foundation has helped to improve the economic vitality of the region and has made our county more attractive to families and new businesses.
I'm not sure a lot of people know or credit some of the great things to the Bean Foundation.
There's a lot of ideas that we have about what this foundation can become, but it's a beautiful gift for this community. It's one of those gifts that is almost hidden.
Jefferson County is often overlooked when it comes to funding, and it was our goal to not overlook Jefferson County, solely be Jefferson County everywhere from Crooked River to Madras to Warm Springs, and we feel we have done that, and that is something we're proud of.
During the 30 years that the Bean Foundation has existed, they have donated or committed approximately 195 acres of land. At the present time, they remain the owner of well over 100 acres of land, investments of about $1.9 million, and a contract interest in the Yarrow strategic relationship with the city of Madras. Al Bean was a man who gave generously of himself and was dedicated to the well-being of others, especially children, families, and young adults. He had the intelligence and foresight to assemble a board of trustworthy and innovative people to make sure that his vision had a lasting effect on the future of Jefferson County. He had the wisdom to realize that partnering was essential for magnifying and utilizing the worth of his assets to create sustainability. Mr. Bean left behind not only his donated money and land for the benefit of this community, but he also left something with more worth than all of the land or money in the world. He left behind a legacy.
The mission of the Bean Foundation is to stimulate and assist
In the creation of opportunities
that enhance the quality of life in the areas of recreation, education, culture, and the arts.
For the residents of Jefferson County.
The primary focus of the foundation is to serve children,
families.
and young adults.
The foundation values enduring projects
An innovative partnership
That demonstrate outstanding stewardship.
which will build our community.
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 which will build